What's up, card fighters? I'm here with the Gear Chronicle deck profile, and we start off with Chrono Dran Z. When a unit is placed on the Vanguard circle, pay the cost. You search the top 5 for a grade 3 or 1 and put it to your hand. In the beginning, we usually search out for a grade 3 if you don't have one in hand, and if you do, you search out for a grade 1 and you have the option of getting a PG. So Chrono Dran Z as your starter. After that, we have 4 copies of Chrono Jet Dragon Z. This is your best option at grade 3. Awesome that you can free stride as long as you got a grade 3 Zodiac Time Beast in your drop zone. It's a free stride. It's amazing. You run less grade 3s because of that. Amazing auto ability when you stride. Soul Blast one out. The ability to go +1 is awesome. Make a lot of combo plays. And yeah, this is your best ride at grade 3. Chrono Jet Dragon Z. 4 copies. After that, the old Chrono Jet Dragon G. It's not your most optimal ride. Still can win you games, but it's just there for consistency of the name, and you just play 2. After that, move on to grade 2s. The good old Unicorn. Spearhead Unicorn. He still has the ability to stand, call out cards. He's still the +2 in the beginning, so he pokes at you, and I only play 2 of them at the moment. So yeah, he's still really good. After that, probably the MVP of grade 3s. When he came out, he stayed in the deck the whole time. Pulsar Cruising Dragon, +2, so he's an 11k, and he counterblasts 1, and you check top 3, and you get any card you want from those 3 cards, and he just keeps fueling up your hand, so you can just have a nice large hand. He's not once per turn, so if you hit a stand trigger, counterblast again as long as you got him, and 3 Pulsar, that's all you need. Cruising Dragon. After that, the new guy, 3 copies of the Metal Party Dragon. Honestly, awesome card. You bind one after he's been boosted at the end of the battle, and then you search a face-up card for a grade 3 and 1. And it's not separate, it's in the same column now, but he makes janky plays. And obviously, if you don't have a card in your bind zone, you bind that starter and you have one. So that's important to bind it, don't get it retired. And just 3 of him. Rounding off the grade 2s, I play 4 Pulsar Tamer Minish. You can get it to +2 for every other Zodiac Time Beast unit. Counts as your Vanguard, every other rear guard besides itself. So you can get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. +10, you bind it, and helps with your G guards. So it's very helpful. It even has resist. I recommend playing for great card. Runs all grade 2s. After that, you play 2 of the old art Stride Fighter, because if you can't free stride, you got this at least, and then you can stride out, so fodder out the Z instead of Chrono Jet G. So I recommend playing 2. And yeah, after that, MVP of grade 1s. Honestly, you need Soul to do G plays, and you need to do Z plays. So as long as you have this, you automatically put one in your Soul, and you put a card back also. So if you're thinning out in deck, you put a card back and you countercharge. So I recommend playing 2 Pulsar Tamer Headgold MVP. The good old Jeffrey of the deck. I play 3. You want to see all 3. You want it in Soul. You want that free draw. As long as you're boosting with this card and you're grade 4 or greater, Chrono Jet, you're good. Best Jeffrey ever. After that, the card I've been talking about, the Merry Black Dragon. You have this in drop zone, you retire, you do it, you soul blast it out, it automatically is a grade 3 in drop zone, and when you search it in deck, so you can grab this too when you fodder out the starter. Good card, recommend playing 4. After that, my favorite card at grade 1 is the PG. Good old Pulsar Tamer Arca. Play 4 of, get your bind zone fuel ready, your bind zone engine up. But you bind a copy, bind a trigger, and it comes back to your hand. You could just have Arca for days. Best PG ever. Love Arca. And then pretty typical great trigger lineup. For the new guy, what is it? Buying this card, countercharge one. I don't do it that much. I kind of don't run out of countercharge, but he's there and it's very meaningful. So I would play it for that. 4 crits so far. After that, the bowl. This card is good to have in hand because, like I said, soul is very important. Put in your soul, get +3. You play 4, so 8 crits so far. And then I play good old 4 draw. The sheep is good. You want that option to stand up rear guards. You keep poking at your opponent, especially when you have Heritage on field or whatever his name is. Let me see his name again. The guy that restands the gear next. So it's amazing. You can attack with your grade 2 pulsar. The guy that you attack with a cruising, a grade 3, and then you restand. And your opponent doesn't hit a trigger, you will win games because of this. You put in the soul. It's a good. You don't even need to run draws. Don't run any more crit. Run this draw. Sheep is good. To round off the triggers, you play 4 of the Chrono Medical Hamster. Yeah, he's new. He's the guy that, bind another one, more bind engine. You either counter charge or soul charge, which you need to do both. So for him. And to polish it off in this beautiful game, that's going to get a new reboot, I think in June. So, this G stuff's going to go away. Honestly, with this G guard right here, you go right into Heritage right away. It is so janky. You just have 2 heals, you do your janky ass plays, and you have 4 Zodiac Time Beasts already face up. 2 of this card. I recommend it. After that, the last 3, I still play the Eurolori, the one that choose a face down card and flip 1 up. You get +5 for every card in your G zone right here. Really good. I think it's good because then you can get the option of keeping this, and she just is clutch. You put a card back when you're running out of cards. +5 for that. 31. You kill that 26 line. And then as long as the guy doesn't have resist, Head Around is a very clutch card. I say that because you can get the crits, off other people's rear guards and you take them away. So I think it's a great card. That's another Soul Blast ability. So that's the G guards. I still play Seabreeze. I give all the love in the world to this card. I love striding. This card is great. You're always taking damage. This is a Vanguard, man. Play this card. It is good. You have room to play this card. You know what it does already. I'm not explaining it. MVP. I honestly can use this twice in a game. I could use this once in a game now and win. You know what it does. I don't know how expensive it is anymore, but it restands +10, grab +1, soul blasting stuff out, GB4, GB2 requirements, and that's why you need to have a Gear Dragon in Heart, so you have your Chrono Jet Dragons as your Vanguard. 4 of the Chrono Dragon Gear next. After that, my first turn strides are honestly the Split Pegasus and the Metal Pulsar Phoenix. You can honestly, depending on the situation, you go into either one. So Split Pegasus, if you take someone off the board, Counterblast, get your 2 grade 2s out, grade 1s out. It's awesome now what Z does. And then if you're behind, you bring out Phoenix. You bring out Phoenix and make columns, and that's what you need to get ahead, because these are the best 2 first stride options. If you got GB3, of course, get the +2, and you get to keep the +1. So those are both important. After that, seriously, you can get him out at stride 2, turn 2 stride, Chrono Visor Heritage. He gives you an extra turn. You turn 4 Zodiac Time Beast over, so 2 a Metal Pulsar or a Phoenix, 2 G guards, and you get an extra turn. So it says choose 4 from your G zone, turn them face down from your, and put them in when this comes out to Vanguard, you put it back in your G zone. You get an additional turn, skip the ride phase, so you draw a card, put this back into your stride, stand and all that, put more cards out, and get a whole new turn again. If you get this off at turn 2 stride, you're gonna win, hopefully. And then you just go back and you get your cards and then just restand anyway. So just one of this guy. He's like $5. Stupid cheap. Stupid cheap. And last but not least, you have this Zero Dragon. Good old Vanguard's gonna reboot, and these things are just gonna be there. You're not gonna have any, if you get the Gazi, what's his Gazi player? I can't even say his name. GYZE. And yeah, just play one of him. Just yeah, he goes to decrease level 1, the Vanguard. So if he has a PG in hand, don't play this, because he can PG. If he's got 3, heal triggers, he can't G guard anymore because he's already level 1. And that's the end of the Gear Chronicle deck profile. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you beat Domination. When you play Zubat, I know you can beat it. Resist, I don't think it gives you a problem. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for listening, Card 5 Vanguard fighters. And thanks a lot. Hope you like it. Bye.